the last episode, Greatcircle was hauled out in Fuda Marina and we had some scary moments.
There it is! Oh, daar ja. Oh, dat zit erin? Oh, oké.
The pipe is in, it's glued.
So Mark actually did a great job helping Nick to install the final parts of the rudder. It actually worked fine.
It looks like it's done now.
Well done. Nick, thank you so much.
So after, well, a little bit less than 2 weeks, we're leaving Fuda Marina. We'll first go to Denaro. It's there, it's not a marina, and there's a good supermarket there where we can provision for our crossing to New Zealand. And after that we're going to cross to Musket Cove again. It's good to be out here again. It feels so different being on the water. So we're approaching Denaro now. We'll just anchor outside and go in with the dinghy to provision. And then we can sail finally towards Musket Cove again.
Dat kan bij mensen.
Derrière
Are they going to sing for you when you go as well?
Hi! See you at the wave!
So you have to do 4 dives in the sea?
Yep.
And then that's it.
We did a bumpy ride to Cloud Break and tried to go into one of the floating bars later. In the meantime, we are looking at weather windows to go to New Zealand. Because we are going out of the trade wind zone, it's not so obvious that you can go every day. And actually, I checked the last couple of weeks already for weather windows, and in my opinion, they were not really very favorable.
2 canoes leaving as well. Chaps already passed us. Seems to go really quickly with customs and immigration to check-out process. And after all, they decided that we'll stay here and they will take Elisa on the customs boat tomorrow morning. For the Basson is the next one.
So the whole fleet actually starts one day before us. The disadvantage of this day is that there's more wind in the beginning. On the other hand, there's less motoring in the end.
I'm going to buy a ticket here, but I just have to warm up.
Well, I hope they're happy for you.
Don't worry, we're going to catch you up.
Niet Pearl, ons meisje.
Oh, die komt met tussen. En Pearl die kan er niet.
That's our own whether or not we're going to catch up with Inky Blue.
No, I'm sure we will not.
Well, there's one boat who's going to catch up, I'm pretty sure. Do you want to comment to that, Rob?
No comment, no comment.
Victor takes his job very serious. He sees all the boats out personally. Last sunset in Fiji. Tomorrow morning we'll start our crossing to New Zealand. Atlas is the first one, 6:30, and Elisa is already in the taxi on her way to Denero.
Customs here are so nice. They promised to bring Elisa to Muscat Cove so that we could stay there and then check us out at the same time. And then Elisa arrives with a ferry from Denero. It is as if we have already known each other for years.
Finally! Hi! Oh, yes, I want to see you too!
Unfortunately for her, we have to leave immediately to catch the right weather window to New Zealand.
So we're on our way. probably somewhere around 9.
So together with Akaroa we leave as the last two boats. Endless Joy is about 2 or 3 hours in front of us, and in the beginning we will have no wind, but later on when we go around Fitulevu, around the big island, there will be waves a little bit from the front and also a lot more wind.
This is the last pass between the reefs, close to cloud break. So we're almost there, getting the wind. Well, finally, it's 4 in the afternoon. We left just after 9, and we had winds between 3 and 6 knots the whole day. The captain is in control now.
Because now you have slept a little bit, I'm going to explain you a little bit more of this.
Underneath those clouds, that seem a little bit darker. We're expecting more wind there, but we still have an option to fall a couple of degrees. We're right on the rump line, or the Greatcircle line, of course, towards Opua. "1,000 miles to go." Well, to the waypoint, eh? That's at the entrance of the bay of Opua. And for the Zoland, 1 reef in the main. It's starting to rain. We put a reef in and the wind went, oh, you can see it here. The wind went immediately back to 5 knots, just to punish us that we put a reef in. But it gives us a chance to have a quiet dinner. Over 11 knots in the meantime.
So luckily the next day the waves were coming more from the side instead of from the front. We tried to slow down, we even put an extra reef in and opened up the main a lot to get rid of some wind, because it's not nice to go fast against the waves. And then we had 2 days of really fast sailing, beautifully reaching with the waves from the side.
How was your first night watch? On the ocean.
Mark is preparing the code 0.
Good job, yeah! So now when the wind gets back to 13 again, we can just roll out the code 0. There's Endless Joy. It takes quite some time to catch up with him. He left 3 hours earlier. Now in the afternoon of the next day, before we caught up.
There are actually a lot of boats on the ocean because it was one of the best weather windows since I've checked the weather forecast. There was about a month. Yeah, a lot of people took the chance to cross to New Zealand.
Somehow we managed to end up straight behind Sea Tramp.
So funny, at the moment we are exactly on top of Sea Tramp, in the middle of the ocean, 600 miles from New Zealand. We talked to Mario for a while on the VHF. It was so nice to catch up in the middle of the ocean. What a coincidence. It must have been so hard for Elisa after such a long trip in the plane to immediately start and having rough seas also immediately. But yeah, we're already getting used to each other. She's doing night watches. That's easy, of course, because she has a jet lag. So I've had very good sleep. Can you open up that
Mark! Oh, okay.
Halfway party?
Halfway party! You should have prepared us for that.
Look what popped up. It's the first boat of the Gliwo chaps or lolly. It's kind of a grey day, so we'll probably not see the other boats. There's 7 miles that way. Chaps, lolly, and there's a third monohull with them.
Lolly and Chap. We are part of group turning around the world, and we have started 1 year ago from Spain.
Shall we maybe start doing something, or
Here I come.
it's coming closer now? And it's...
The wind shifted 70 degrees. And we managed to drive the boat anyway. Quite a shift.
It feels good is actually not the right word for what you feel then when a front like that's coming in. I never feel really scared on the ocean, but it's a strange feeling when you're in the middle of nowhere and nothing around you, and when such bad weather is hitting you.
We sail a bit of angles to get apparent wind speed above 5 knots. It's not more than that. 177 miles to go.
Because we were talking about all our sexual preferences.
Yeah,
She actually wants to SM with me tonight.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, now it's your
I
turn.
learned about that on the Vagabond channel.
yeah. We are going to watch it and
And then we will try
Get some
my own-
ideas.
Yeah, get some ideas.
we had a lot of fun together. We had the same sort of humor and we were laughing about the same things.
And show us behind it. Well, it's gonna take us another day to get there, because tomorrow we're gonna have headwinds all the time. Well, the other two are going right through it.
We didn't know that the radar was on standby, so we saw them at the last moment. Because I saw lightning outside, I was thinking, why are these rain showers not on the radar? And then I found out that the radar was on standby. So we switched it on, and then we saw that we were heading straight to the center of a big thunderstorm. We changed course immediately and went around it.
We're reaching the territorial border of New Zealand. Filled in all the forms. This is the east side of the tip where 90 Mile Beach is on the other side. Elisa is desperately looking for whales and dolphins.
So New New Zealand customs has to do without a yellow flag because that blew overboard. But at least we have the flag of New Zealand.
I think we will come back to the marina the 3rd November in the evening.
We stayed here once a week in a very beautiful resort, small resort called Hotel. But Glennis knows that we're coming, and we're trying to figure out where it is exactly. We think it's right in front of us.
If you would have asked us in 2013 what are the chances that you will arrive here with your own boat, I would have said close to 0.
Well, it's a pretty long way sailing.
So thank you, Elisa, for helping us out on this crossing. It was actually a trial to go together and to see if it would work out for some bigger crossings in the future. And it was a very good time. There were no surprises and we had a good time together.
Good one, Mark.
In the next episode, we are going to sightsee in New Zealand and have fun there.